Riding a motorcycle at night can be thrilling, but it also comes with its own set of challenges. So in this video, I'm going to give you 10 safety tips I wish I knew before riding a motorcycle at night. Let's do it. Tip number 1, wear reflective gear. Make sure you're visible to other drivers by wearing reflective clothing and accessories. Get that high-vis clothing and gear. Get those retro-reflective elements on your gear, on your helmet, even on your motorcycle. It'll really help you pop and get other people's attention. Speaking of getting other people's attention, tip number 2 is to check your lights. Ensure that your headlights, tail lights, and turn signals are all functioning properly. That'll really give you a better chance to alert other drivers to your presence if they can see those lights ahead of time. Once you've ensured your lights are working properly, tip number 3 is to use your high beam wisely. Use high beams when there are no oncoming vehicles to improve your visibility of the surrounding area. If you pass another car and you're out in the country, kick that high beam on, start watching out for deer crossing the road, stuff like that. Another little bonus tip with that is to use the lights of other vehicles around you and up ahead of you to gain clues about what's coming. Now, along with using our lights to gain information, we also want to keep in mind that it's dark. So tip number 4 is to slow down. Reduce your speed to give yourself more time to react to unexpected obstacles. We're talking about that deer jumping out from the side of the road, crossing in front of your path. There could be anything else going on, potholes, debris, some pedestrians walking, all dressed in black, can't see. Even if you've ridden this road 1,000 times, when it's nighttime, you have no idea what's coming up. So slow it down, take your time, gain information as you go before you take your motorcycle into that situation. Speaking of gaining information, tip number 5 is to stay alert. You want to make sure and be extra vigilant for animals, pedestrians, and other vehicles when riding a motorcycle at night. Think about all the challenges you face just riding a motorcycle during the day, all the stimulation, everything coming this way and that. Now amplify that when you're riding at night. It's going to be much harder to see everything. You need to be extra alert to compensate for that. Up next, we got tip number 6. But before we get into that, I know in the last video, a lot of you really liked my Dragon Ball Z t-shirt. So in this video, I wanted to bust out something special and show you a look at this thing. If you dig it, make sure and smash the like button. Now, in order to help you stay alert, tip number 6 is to avoid fatigue. Make sure you're well rested before riding at night to maintain your focus. You need to be focused 100% of the time while riding a motorcycle, period, especially at night. Now, along with staying alert and making sure that we're not fatigued while riding, tip number 7 is to keep your visor clean. A clean visor will help you see better and reduce glare from the lights of other vehicles. This will allow you to see what's important, like those potholes and animals coming up ahead. Now, not only do you want to keep your visor clean, but tip number 8 is you want to use a clear visor. Use a clear visor instead of a tinted one for better visibility at night. I personally ride with a tinted visor during the day to help reduce the brightness from the sun on my eyeballs, but at nighttime, I usually carry a clear visor in my backpack. That way, if I'm riding, it gets late, I can pull over the side of the road, swap out the tinted one for the clear one in about 30 seconds, if that, and then I'm good to go and able to see. I've had the displeasure of riding at night with my tinted visor on before, and it's very hard to see anything at all, very hard to gain information, very dangerous to do so. So make sure you have that clear one on hand, keep yourself safe, make sure you can see. Now, speaking of being able to see, tip number 9 is to stay in well-lit areas. Stick to well-lit roads and avoid dark, isolated areas, especially when you're a beginner or getting used to riding your bike at night. If you just head out blasting down that country road, no one else around, no one knows where you are, in the event you do go off the road and have a crash unexpectedly, you might wind up down an embankment in a ditch. No one saw your accident. No one knows you're there. You could be seriously injured, bleeding out, fighting for your life. No one's coming along. Even if they do, they're not going to know that you're down there to be able to help you out. If you go down in a well-lit, populated area, there's a better chance other people might see you and be able to lend a hand if need be. And speaking of people being able to lend a hand, tip number 10 is to ride with a buddy. Now, this isn't your buddy on Facebook who wants to do wheelies all day long and do 150 miles an hour running from the police. This is your friend who wants to ride safely, work on progressing their skills, and become a better motorcycle rider so they can enjoy it for many, many years to come. So, if possible, ride with a friend for added safety and support. Just make sure you're careful about which friend you pick to ride with. And if you don't have any friends, hit me up. I'll go ride with you. So there you have it. There's 10 tips to help keep you safer on your motorcycle or riding at nighttime. Do you have any other tips you can think of? Any other suggestions or safety things that you encountered when you were getting started? Leave them down in the comments below. Let everybody know. Share your knowledge, share your information. Let's all work together and build a safer riding community so we can all have a better time out on the roads. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure and smash that like button. It really helps this video reach a wider audience so that other motorcycle riders and beginning prospective riders can learn this information and be safe when they get out there. But what if you're already an expert at riding your motorcycle at night, but now you just want to learn how to ride on the highway? Well, watch this video next for 10 highway hacks I wish I knew before I started riding.